And welcome back to another video.
Yeah, again, really excited, but geez, I think I keep saying that because it's true.
Yeah, it's Sorcery gameplay.
It's exciting.
And our new playmats just came in.
And as you can see,
to see them in person, they're phenomenal.
They're
looking.
incredible, yeah. I mean, just like the color contrast, just the purple color itself is honestly, it's amazing. It's a sight to behold.
Yes, exactly.
Whatever it looks like on camera, you can imagine it's even better in
oh yeah, for sure.
person. But what do we have today?
Well, we have speaking of playmats,
well, yeah, I mean, sorry, we got to
shameless plug.
We got a little too excited there, and we forgot to talk about the deck first. But anyways,
but our two playmats are available.
Well, even the original
Evil Red and the original
one's good too.
So all those are in the links in the video description below. So if you want to pick one up, feel free to. Yeah. So
what do we have today?
Imposter versus Witch.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is, I believe, Jerome's version.
Yeah.
Kind of control.
Yeah. Very much so, I would say. But just to say really fast, Imposter seems to be the cool kid on the block a little bit. You know, maybe not what everyone is bringing to a tournament at the moment, but people are talking about it. I think this is a really exciting avatar.
It's definitely getting traction for sure. But it's always like that with Sorcery. There's always those avatars that gain popularity. They come in and out, and I think right now Imposter is one of those that are gaining some traction.
I mean, the versatility of the avatar is insane just by being able to switch to a different one based on what the game calls for. Yeah, it's really good. So I mean, we'll take a look at it. We've already seen it before, right? Annie was playing it against Sam in a previous video. She was doing a little bit more in-your-face burn damage, I think. This is a little bit more hold back and play the long game. Just to say, though, Jerome himself has been loving his experience with the Imposter. And, I find generally when there's a primer written for a deck, it's because there's a true passion for that deck, and both players actually have a primer, which I'll flash Marco's to later. But just to say, check if you like a deck and you open it on Curiosa and you see there's a primer. Yeah,
chances are they really took time to curate and test and
think about what they wanted to do with it.
Yeah, exactly, for sure.
And you should give it a read. It'll also if you're newer, it'll help you understand exactly why cards were chosen.
Well, so anyways, I feel like this deck is trying to fill up the graveyard to get that Archie.
Oh yeah.
You're seeing cards in the sites that allow you to just.
Yeah, where was that? Where is that site? He mentioned. Yeah, he mentioned it in the primer. Jeez.
Yeah. Oh, we don't see it here.
It's the Earth, Shallow Grave.
Shallow Grave,
of course, yeah.
Yes.
Because, he's playing both Archie and Death Speaker, so these cards give a lot of value, especially the minions themselves are pretty big and pretty strong, right? Like, Gargantula is one of the best Earth minions in the in the game, I think. This is really strong right now.
Yeah, definitely.
This is an interesting choice. We're talking about it as, I guess, potential win con. If your game plan is to win on turn 3 million, this is definitely the kind of card that flourishes over the turns 2 million to 3 million.
Yeah, I feel this might be a little slow.
Yeah, this might be giving the card that no one else is giving some love, I can see that being the reason. I don't know. I don't think he wrote about it I don't think he wrote about it in depth, so it might just be a card he chose. But we were saying maybe Balor could be an interesting one of the Evil Eye, right? It's a 6 power, 6 cost, 6 power that throws boulders that deal 2 damage essentially. Yeah, but anyways, so very control-y. You have the Earthquakes and the Poison Novas packed with the Devil to go with all your spellcasters.
And let's just look at the collection quickly to see the avatars he chose.
Right. So Archie, Death Speaker, Ironclad, of course, for the end game. Necro for when things are slow. Same with Witch. You can drain.
And obviously Zap to Death Lore Finisher.
I actually have some opinions about the toolbox decision and the collection, but I'll talk about it more in the game. Let's look at the Witch first, and
let's take a look at Marco's deck, his version of his Witch deck, Air Fryer.
So this deck is, of course, built with, I think, motivation from usually I'm getting inspired by him, but I think this was the first time where
he was inspired by you,
by the Furious Witches Road deck. So he was really interested in exploring that deck, but using air instead, because we were talking before the video. Gothic gave a lot of good sites that are air and that support aggro. So there's a very strong argument, if you like the Witch deck, to also try and maybe even pivot to air. It's very, very strong. And again, same thing, fast. very detailed primer written by Marco. Again, lots of love going into the deck, so check it out if you want to see more details about exactly what's going on here. But
yeah, I mean, just the Dread Thicket is really good.
Yeah,
it can be defended, first attack, and the Corruptor Freak. You got what you would expect from.
Corruptor Freak is a card I'm not playing in mine because I don't have access to a Summoning Sphere as extra Jihad. Right, I'm not willing to take that risk of. Where is it? That risk of damage with just the one copy. But with Summoning Sphere, 3 cost, 3 power, that's going to do an extra 2 damage, I think is worth at least trying, if not including for sure.
Well, also working well with the Vile Imps.
Yeah, for sure.
Dealing 2 damage. I mean, even Centrifuge, you could silence the site.
Yeah.
So that's I think it's pretty good having kind of a pseudo Jihad.
Yeah, I mean, the more you lean into this kind of card, which I think you should be leaning into, the more you can appreciate, right, why air would be chosen as the element. But I mean, you also get access to Lightning Bolt, which is just 3 more damage. You can just fire it off. Same thing with Firebolts in the other Witch deck. Just fire it off on turn 2, just get your 3 damage. I was telling you that sometimes because you're draining for 2 every turn, sometimes you just need that extra 3 damage off the top, and being able to do so without being blocked by with Dread Thicket or just having the extra bolts.
We were also talking about the 3 damage with Warp Spasm too. Just being able to attack.
Oh yeah, getting it to 6. Yeah. Which is why Ignited could be an interesting card, despite its obvious flaws. But anyways, Warp Spasm is insane. You give it to anything, and it just starts bashing through 4-power cats and the like. Even kill Lord of Lies, which can cause a lot of problems, which is not irrelevant. Spore Sprouts and Wuthering Heights are other reasons to seriously consider playing air in an aggro deck. I mean, just drop your your kobolds or your imps anywhere.
Exactly,
at any point in the game.
Just a kobold, you strike for 2. And
exactly.
For sure.
And, Wuthering Heights gives you the free movement, which, as we know, free movement is insane in this game. So, all right, let's check out the game.
Yeah, and you'll notice in Marco's deck, though, he doesn't have any Ring of Morgan. He kind of doesn't. I
think he does it on purpose.
Yeah. Every time I play, he's like, "Oh, kill Surprise. You have a Ring of Morgan."
Yeah.
He's really anti-ring. And he's like, I could see every time I play Ring of Morgan, he gets really discouraged.
I will say though that it's not all too insane to cut it from this type of Witch deck. I mean, I have written in my primer and responded to numerous people saying that I would not cut the ring because at the end of the day, it is just one of the best Death Door finishers. So, and it deals with skeletons, which obviously we're seeing more of. Because the Necro is just very popular right now, and also it deals with Ward in case Ward or Savior becomes more of a thing. I mean, Ward is already a thing, so okay. Centrifuge not turning off a prison site, but still getting rid of Double Thresh is pretty relevant.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that feels pretty bad. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people playing Centrifuge now, so anytime I see any fire sites, I'm like, okay, I have to really consider where I'm going to place what sites I'm going to put in the second row. At least if it's silenced and I don't get the threshold.
Yeah.
It's made me really reconsider my site placement.
Okay, nice.
I guess, fire. Yeah, definitely.
Root Spider is a gigantic problem for the Witch deck.
It is, yeah, for sure.
But again, I think we're a little bit saved by the cheats McGeets of the drain for 2,
Yeah, that's true.
As long as we can just get in somehow, and I find especially the decks that want to go longer, they'll generally give you 1 to 4 sites that you can enter and just get that damage in. Just get that 3 damage. Drain for 2 is 5. Yeah, the classic turn 4 switch to Pathfinder.
Yeah,
and start gaining card advantage this way.
Well, the 3 people I've played against that had Imposter, I find 9 times out of 10 it's Pathfinder, the first avatar they go to.
Well, it's immediate card advantage, right? Because you don't have to draw the sites, but you get to still place sites. I like to have a 4th site in my hand before I Pathfinder, because it's very important to note, in case you don't know, that when you put the mask on of Imposter, you don't become the Pathfinder, which means you can still tap your avatar to draw and place sights. So if you get yourself locked into a spot where you can't activate the Pathfinder, but you still have a sight in your hand for that turn, you can play that sight.
Yeah.
So it's good to have one, I think, before you switch into it.
Okay, so Marco just really... Yeah, coming in, playing Sphere.
So Pathfinder is also a bit risky against the air version of Witch because of the fact that Lightning Bolt exists, right? So you can just launch that thing from across the board. But yeah, Marco doing a good job to box in the Imposter to try to not let it maintain masks for too long. So Jahom is inclined to go to 5, right? To stay out of...
I would think so, yeah.
I mean, he's in the way of... He gets attacked by 2 minions, unless he has removal, right? He's going to 5, so if he's got a Poison Nova or a Quake or something, he's pretty happy. Otherwise, it's... Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Poison Nova, yeah.
Yeah, so... But, you know, at least the Center Fee... So from Marco's perspective, at least the Center Fee gain got its damage, right? Like, you played the thing, and it did some damage. And the Hellhound that died, at least it came from your collection and not your hand. So you're actually not too upset about getting 2 for 1 here. This is actually not the worst for Marco. But at the same time, from Jahom's perspective... He's happy to 2 for 1 because now it cleared his space for Pathfinder to potentially exist. However,
I mean, you got the monstrous line.
Yeah.
See, one of the things I'm not too crazy about with the Imposter. So, like, for example, now he got attacked. He lost the Pathfinder. He spent 3 mana to get the Pathfinder. Now he's going to have to spend another 3 mana to get another avatar. So it feels like sometimes you're getting an avatar, but you're not really doing much else for that turn. So, and a lot of honestly, I've played against Imposter, and I never felt like overpowered by it. Like versus like if I'm playing against like an aggro deck like Witch or some other like Interrogator, where sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, I really need to do something quickly. Imposter, I never felt that at all.
Well, I mean, so the way we've been playing against and playing with Imposter, at least in our community, has definitely been a lot more laid back and take our time. So, I mean, when you compare them, if you compare them to Witch and Interrogator, they're not going to feel the same, right? Just by the virtue of how in your face those 2 decks are, those 2 avatars are generally versus what the Imposter is trying to do. But I think that the value of the Imposter comes in just with its versatility, in the sense that, like, I've been a Pathfinder and not been able to use a Pathfinder ability, but I just sat there as a Pathfinder for 3 or 4 turns because the game didn't call for me to switch yet. But the minute that it actually does, that 3 mana to dump into something that shifts the game back into my favor, it might be worth it, and that might be where you start to feel the impact of the Imposter. But yeah, that summoning sphere is going to cause a lot of problems for maintaining the masks. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, just playing Infiltrate on Monstrous Line feels rude.
Yeah. I mean, Infiltrate at this point, we know...
One of your favorites?
Yeah, well, it's just...
And Marco's favorite, too.
See, it works in control decks and it works in aggro decks, and that's what's so amazing about it, because especially in the slower control decks, you have a stealth minion that if they just don't deal with or can't deal with because they think that they'll get it back eventually, you can just bring it close to them, and then as the game progresses and gets them to death's door, you can use that to kill them, or even use it to get to death's door them, and then it's at the other end of the world, you know? For sure. It's really good in a control deck, but the tempo swing that it provides in an aggro deck is so valuable.
For sure.
So top card in the game.
Okay, so it's pretty good Land Surveyor, but that Root Spider definitely putting in some work, taking care of the red caps. Yeah.
So again, it's like the same kind of concept with the Poison Nova, right? Like Jahom is happy to have the spider and deal with that 3-power minion, but Marco's happy that the 3-power minion already dealt damage, and his opponent's turn was spent just dealing with a thing that already did its job, you know?
Yeah.
So it's funny how both sides are happy, but...
Yeah, so like him getting Necromancer tells me he's trying to find a way to deal with like the minions that Marco's playing. So I feel like his hand right now might not have many answers for all the, the minions that like Marco's throwing at him.
Yeah, it's just a shame.
Yeah, it's a tell for me. I don't know,
but it's just a shame that the skeletons can't move to block, right? That's like the only.
But I think that's correct though. I mean, if they could move to block, it would just be too powerful. It would just. It'll be
okay. Let me clarify. Sorry, it's not a shame that they were designed this way.
It's a busted avatar as is.
No. It's not a shame that they were designed this way. I'm saying it's a shame that you might have switched your avatar in this particular game to have defenders, but then those defenders can't actually necessarily defend, right?
Yeah,
like that's what I meant.
Unless he's like trying to flood the board with the skeletons and then eventually move on to perhaps like Archie or something once his graveyard is filled up with spells. We'll see. Yeah. So we don't know what's in his head right now, so we can't know for sure.
Yeah. But you see, so he's allowed to play. Well, allowed. He's encouraged to play. He's encouraged to play the cores in this imposter deck because of all the card advantage he's generating. And it's funny because with the mask and then the potential multiple artifacts, the board can get really occupied when you're playing the imposter. So yeah, you have to, that's why he has it on. He has his imposter on the side, right? It's just like one less thing to.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, the Hot Wheels is good, especially against Imposter. Good.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm definitely. I'm playing.
Oh no, he killed the.
He killed the. Okay,
he killed the skeleton instead. Yeah.
Maybe he has some.
Well, hold on. Killing the skeleton means that the Hot Wheels has a higher chance of living because like there's not a 1 power minion that can be maybe trinketed if he's playing a random trinket or anything else that can help kill the Hot Wheels. Right? It's just gonna live. It can just live longer. Oh wait a minute, what's going on?
Unless he's paying the 3.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope he's not taking it off thinking that the Hot Wheels hits both units. It's possible that's what just happened.
Oh, I think.
Yeah, Hot Wheels only.
It's 1 unit per site. Yeah, so.
So yeah, he can't hit both things.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, but at the same time, I can. So yes, of course, it's no bueno. But I can see how maybe Jaume would be switching into a different avatar soon, anyways. Because like those skeletons, at the end of the day, I don't think they're gonna help with what's happening behind him. Now, if he finds a board wipe, staying as Necro means he can shift the tempo back to him.
Yeah.
The only problem is that the board wipe he finds as a Poison Nova, then he loses the Lion. But at the same time, he can use the Lion to attack, give control back to Marco, and then Poison Nova to get rid of it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, just playing these kind of cards to try to dig and find through answers, it seems pretty... I mean... When you're playing control style, I feel like you have to have a lot of removal. So then if you don't, you get into these kind of positions where now your opponent has a Hot Wheel, has a Red Caps, has Infiltrate, and now the tempo is in his favor. So, and especially with the Witch draining for 2, you really need to do something quickly. I mean, we saw he played, I believe it was a Divine Healing earlier. Earlier in the game, I believed he played a Divine Healing.
Okay, I missed the Divine Healing. I thought the Divine Healing came a bit later. I thought he's just been going down in life. I think there is a Divine Healing in this game, but I don't know. I
saw it on the board earlier, so maybe...
Okay. Because damn, if he Divine Healing and he's already back to 7.
I mean, the Witch is just going in for 2, Red Caps.
So, so Earthquake is interesting for sure. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Like, I think Poison Nova would have been better just because he could have gotten rid of the Lion too. But at the same time, if you go back to what I was saying earlier, maybe him having a stealth minion is valuable for the end game. So I can see in Marco's hand how he has Saracen Raider, Centrifuge, and Colicky. I think if you're playing against an imposter, you should assume there's a 98% chance, if not 100% chance, that they have Ironclad in their collection. Yeah. So the longer the game goes, the less valuable Colicky is. And the more valuable, I was going to say, Saracen Raider is because it can break through the 2 damage reduction. So I'm inclined to play the Colicky first, get my ping damage now where it matters, and save my Saracen for the end. The Saracen's value is so good. So if you have options in your hand like Marco does, Colicky and Kobolds that can get value immediately but are a little bit more restrictive, I would play those first, especially since they don't charge. They can attack the next turn with your charge minion, so get their value immediately, let them be sick for 1 turn, the next turn they can attack, get their value again, and you attack with the next thing. I would go that route. And Saracen is...
Well, I mean, I think at this point Marco's pretty much guaranteed the Death Door. drain for 2.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why it's even more important to keep your death door finishers. And Saracen is much more of a death door finisher than Colicky and Kobold.
Like Colicky too, it does shoot a projectile, so it does 1 damage.
No,
so
I'm saying in this game because of Ironclad, right? Like it's specifically in this game. Okay, switch to Archie. I've seen opinions that if you get even just 1 recursion out of your cemetery as an imposter Archie, that it was still worth the value. And I mean, I agree with that statement, but
I don't know.
I think you want to get at least 2, and 2 is only 1 more than 1. But I think there's a big difference between 2 recurred spells and 1 recurred spell.
I mean, like what? Jerome has 8 mana at this point. So he spent 3 for Archie. He's got 5 left. Can he even play 2 spells this turn? That's the question.
Oh,
and he needs to have 6 magic spells in his graveyard to get the value.
No. So I mean,
for playing 2,
as long as he doesn't lose the Archie, he can. Like I'm saying, you don't have to do the 2 spells in 1 turn. It's more just like in the course of your Archie.
In the course of the Archie span.
Lifespan. Just
okay. Getting infiltrate. Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
But yeah, so I'm curious to know if this Saracen attack is going to cause any issues for finishing the game.
So he went back to 9. So I think he did a Divine Healing.
Yeah, so he recast Divine Healing and he recast Infiltrate. So that's 5 mana.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds good.
So you're draining for 2. Cobalt striking for 2. Yeah, that summoning sphere really good.
I think I might have put the Cobalt on the Archie. Just away from the
root spider?
Actually, maybe not. Maybe not. Playing it away from the Archie means that if Jahom has another spider, the spider isn't going to go underneath the Archie, which is what you want to do in the end. You want to put an Archie underneath your Ironclad and maybe even put the Ironclad in the Gnome Hollows and then give it an Amulet of Ninian. And then it's like very, very, very hard to kill because
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of gross because Amulet even stops Searing Truth, right? So the only way to do it is basically courtesan. How else do you? I mean, there's definitely a
courtesan. I'm sure there's,
but it's very hard. It's very hard. So,
I mean, you would have to like disenchant the amulets, and then have some kind of burn spell, I suppose. Okay.
Yeah. So also playing Colicky instead of Saracen means that we're moving our Imposter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it definitely feels rough to play Imposter versus
okay, so doing that root spider
versus air, but root spider under the Avatar. So, but look at now. This is a conversation again we had before we started recording. But look at Jahom's life. After I find so often after life gain in these longer games, my opponent's at 5, and I just need a stupid 3 power thing, or 3 damage thing off the top of the deck. Because with the drain, they're just dead. And so then that's why I was trying Ignited in mine. And
Ignited,
that's why Lightning Bolt is a good choice.
Yeah, definitely. Airfire together is pretty good for Ego decks.
For sure. But yeah, so had Marco Colicky instead of Saracen Raider, it would have made Infiltrate very awkward for Jahom because that thing shoots a projectile. And I'm pretty sure as long as you try to deal damage, whether or not you actually do, it counts as breaking the shield, breaking the stealth. So he would just get it back right away. So,
okay. Playing the Dragon is there. Shooting 1, so now he's back down to 2. And honestly, like Jerome has not been able to apply any pressure
and
to Marco, and he's just been like responding to everything versus applying the actual pressure. So, and if you look at like Marco's sites, he's got 4 sites.
He's on 4, yeah.
He's on 4, so he doesn't care. He's like,
he's been on 4
I don't
sites
care. I'm just going to play 1 card per turn, drain for 2, 1 card per turn, drain for 2.
See, but this is also the importance of playing ordinary sites in your witch deck and also not playing tri-sites, despite how easy and tempting they might be, is because like Marco can't afford to have his sites messed with. Now, of course, he has Vindictive Nation in this case, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But if that was any other site and there was an Atlantean Fate or an Earthquake and you had these tri-sites or too many non-ordinaries, you lose your threshold, and the whole staying at 4 mana thing becomes a little bit of a suspicious decision, suspicious behavior.
Well, I think he just needs... I mean, he has a couple of triple threshold fire. I mean, Morgana and stuff. But I mean, as long as he has like 1, possibly 2 fire thresholds, I think he's okay. Air, I mean, for lightning bolt and so on. Now, it's going to feel really bad if Marco just gets him to Death Door, then just toolboxes for a zap, which I believe he does have in his collection.
Marco?
Yeah.
Yeah. Zap, and I'm pretty sure there's a lightning bolt too.
Yeah. Giganticism, okay. Okay. So seeing first blood from Jérôme.
Okay. Death Dealer?
Okay.
Is this a Death Dealer? No, because he used Gigantism. So what? Oh, he just moved up. Okay, I thought he attacked for 3 more. I was like...
But now, like, Jérôme needs to do
site.
something, because if Marco just moves the Dragonets, just shoots a projectile.
Well, so if he doesn't gain any life this turn, the Witch Drain just puts him to 0 also, right?
Yeah. No, but Marco does, not Marco, but Jérôme does need to address the Dragonets, because now Marco will put him to door, and if he doesn't do anything, it's just going to shoot a projectile, and that's pretty much game. I don't know.
Well, I mean, he'll switch to the Ironclad, right?
I hope so.
So yeah, Jérôme is playing 3 toolbox in the Imposter, and to be honest with you, when I build Imposter, I don't even consider toolbox or Silver Bullet, because I actually just want to put all 10 avatars in the collection. That being said, that doesn't necessarily make it the correct line, just that 3 toolbox...
I think 1's okay.
Yeah, so 3 toolbox sounds a lot, and also takes up slots in your control deck that you might want to allocate to something more impactful. So, like, look, he's not playing Great Famine or or the Black Plague. And if you look at the collection choices for the toolbox, he's got Zap, Lightning Bolt, and Disenchant.
Yeah.
And Disenchant, you might as well just put an Enchantress in your collection, because that can destroy auras. It can't destroy artifacts.
Yeah.
But it can destroy auras, and also if you remove toolboxes from your deck and you start playing things like Famine and Plague, now you have more auras that you can animate yourself.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Makes Enchantress, worthy. So that replaces Disenchant. And then, like, between Lightning Bolt and Zap, it's probably the same exact thing, Zap being probably better unless you're playing against exactly Ironclad.
Yeah.
So, like, you maybe can afford 1 to 2 slots in your Imposter collection for toolbox cards, I would say. And
I think 2's okay. I think 1 removal and 1 Death Door finisher is probably okay.
I would definitely cut at least 1 toolbox. I would try to put more auras like the Famine and Plague, and then put Enchantress in the collection.
For sure. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, for a control deck like this, I should say. You can maybe even play Soul the Earth, just for more auras. Anywho, so Barghest. Okay, Barghest in the Void is really strong for Silver Bullet purposes, but Marco's not playing Silver Bullets, because you can keep it safe in the Void with a Silver Bullet and then play a site underneath it on the last turn, and then it can be in the realm and be able to target with Searing Truth. So if you want to be able to protect your Silver Bullets or your toolboxes, give it to your Voidwalk minions.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
I have yet to see too many deck lists with the Ether Core gain 3 while in the Void.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems kind of like a hard thing to...
The card has not... well, I think Voidwalk just hasn't been pushed enough,
Yeah.
It's possibly the issue, or at least people aren't... people got excited for it maybe at the beginning and then just fell onto more exciting things, but for, personally exciting things. I don't know.
Yeah, so I think
Jerome's
in trouble because he paid 3 for Death Speaker and he's casting Apprentice Wizard.
He can cast it for free, right?
Oh, okay.
He's on Death's Door.
Okay, now, so he has 5 mana. That's true.
Now, no, Grandmaster Wizard, it is not, but here's the Ironclad. So we've got Ironclad and we've got Root Spider. So, going to be impossible to kill him with an attack, but direct damage is still available as long as it does 3 or more.
Yeah.
So, Saracen Raider wouldn't have mattered because he can't attack it anyways.
Oh, okay.
Morgana is good.
Arguably one of the, I guess you could say, the power 9 of sorcery.
Sure. Yeah.
Marco seems to believe so.
Yeah. I mean, if you build a fire deck, you might as well just put Morgana in. And yeah, I mean, the 3 fire threshold is taxing, but I think no matter how you slice it, she's always worth it.
Yeah.
Especially now with active Volcano. I mean, there's those 2 schools of thought, right? And this second one is one that's emerging recently, is build your deck with your sites first. And I think if you do that for every deck you build, and not just for the decks that call for it, you're just turning yourself off of like 80% of what this game has to offer.
Yeah.
And I much prefer to build my sites after I build my deck and accommodate the spells that I want to play more than vice versa. That being said, a deck like Necro Water or just water-based control decks they're built around their sites, so that's like a different story, right? Like if your deck is built around the sites, absolutely pick your sites first. But I don't think it's a deck building philosophy to build your Atlas first. I think that's wrong. I think over the grander scheme of things, you're gonna lose out on potential in your deck.
Yeah, I think so. I would think so. I mean, when I'm building my deck, I try to, I choose the avatar, and what's my approach? Is it going to be aggro, control, mid-range?
Sure.
Combo. And then combo, and then go from there. What are the cards? And then once I decide a deck list, and I choose my sites according to the cards that I have. If I'm trying to be more aggressive, I try to play like Thicket and so on. If I'm trying to be more control, I'll play stuff like Gnome Hollows and Bottomless Pit, and depending what you're trying to do. So I've never built a deck where I choose my sites first and then build my deck around the sites I have.
But I do think there are decks that call for that, right? Like
I'm sure for sure.
Like the whole Thin Ice, you can see Thin Ice and Bottomless Pit with River Rapids and all. You can see those cards.
I think it's spells. Different. Yeah, I think it's different being inspired by a couple of sites and building a deck, being inspired from a few sites and then going. But to choose your whole Atlas first before building your deck, I think if you choose 4 or 5 sites and you say, okay, I want to build a deck around these 4 or 5 sites, I think that's fine. But to choose all
30
at once, then no, I don't know. I actually haven't heard that.
There are believers in that. I mean, I think
I haven't.
Well, okay, yes, okay. I don't want to skew too much. I don't know if they believe that build all 30, but there is the idea of build your deck based around the key. I guess we can say the key.
Okay,
sites.
maybe
the key sites would be a fairer, a corrected statement, perhaps. But anyways, I still prefer to build the sites after.
So, I think Jerome right now is digging. He's digging to see what. Sisters.
I chose the Ironclad on top of Root Spider part of the game to go on a little bit of a rant. I figured we had a little bit of time while people while Jerome sets up his end game and Marco sets up how to end the game.
yeah. So I think Marco right now is just trying to get
so Marco needs Lightning Bolt before Jerome finds Amulet. We're in a bit of a race for key pieces.
Well, I mean, if Marco gets Lightning Bolt, it's a bit problematic because there's a Dragonets.
Yep, you just got to go for that.
It's like a 50-50 gamble.
Got to go for that gamble.
Yeah.
There's arguments. There isn't, but there's arguments to play.
Isn't? Okay, well, Which one is it?
Anyways,
all right.
To play a kind of card that deals with root spiders, if you're a witch, but like these annoying scenarios. But this is why I like Silver Bullet, especially considering the fact that you can give it to minions, also, and they can just cast, so they can be in play already from last turn. That you can still use your witch. That I find you really need to focus on how to end the game with the witch. It's more important that your cards can end the game than they can put your opponent to death door, because death door is inevitable. It's inevitable.
Okay, so we're seeing Locust. See, that's why I think when we saw a lot of Steam decks, Fire Water, and there was Geyser.
Yeah.
Just because of the root spiders, you flip the sites.
Flip the site, they die. Yeah.
And in my interrogator deck is it's Steam, and it's saved me a few times from those kind of minions that just
pesky spiders. Yeah.
Pesky spiders and okay.
I'm assuming, is that a Locust?
For argument's sake, we'll say yes.
I think so, because it does summon tapped, so that looks like a tapped. But I mean, it's just they just die, right? They just die. So do they have airborne? Does the
airborne?
So I guess it has airborne, so it can't. Okay, at least, right?
Yeah.
Because my God, if it could just be attacked, holy God, what a waste of a unique kind of thing, Yeah. I don't know if there's any sites that can. Well, yeah, there's a site. It's not worth playing, I don't think. But there's a site that says kill all minions underneath nearby sites or something like that.
Oh, I believe that's the unique site.
Yeah, something with an S in it. Well, let me go on a little bit.
Sea of.
It's not a sea. It's like it's like a
something
desert. Like the image has like a desert on it. How can I find it?
Okay, doing Hot Wheels. So you see? So it feels...
Well, again, hopefully they don't do Hot Wheels wrong, because... Where did the Locust go? I see, they're doing Hot Wheels wrong. No, but wait, hold on.
No.
What just happened?
Oh, Summoning Sphere rolls forward, but...
No, but isn't that backwards?
That's backwards.
That's so bizarre. I mean, look...
Unless he has a Summoning Sphere, but I mean...
No, I'm... Yeah. Can you roll like that with this card? I'm pretty sure forward is implied that like your avatar faces forward, and you're facing forward is your opponent's backwards.
Yeah.
Is how I understood the game to be. Now, if that's true, and I can actually start playing Flame Hot Wheel this way, that changes a lot of things. So I would like to find out the answer to that, please. In the meantime, I'm going to just call Golden Rule. Everyone seems happy with what just happened, so we'll just leave it at that. Damn, I cannot find this site. Like, it doesn't say kill or destroy, but I know it does those things. Banish, perhaps? What the fuck?
Is it called Sea of Sorrow?
You think it's a sea?
I think it's Sea of Ash.
Sea of... Oh, okay, I got you. So Ash makes it kind of like cemetery style. I got really confused by the desert and ashy part. I was like, there's no way that's a sea. Die. It uses the word die. Yeah, so minions below nearby sites die.
Yeah. Okay. Playing Grandmaster. One of your personal favorites.
Yeah,
mine too.
I mean, they say it has this 4-letter word on it underneath the word spellcaster. I just really like that. I just really like that word.
Do you know?
I like that word a lot. Especially in
I want to check that after if the Hot Wheels could go either direction.
I mean,
seems like it's forward. I would think that was always my interpretation. I've never seen it played any other way. This is the first time I'm seeing it played.
Oh, forward is a word. So forward is the cardinal direction away from your starting edge. Yeah. So
a cardinal direction.
Yeah. See, like technically speaking, for what Marco did to be a thing, Dalcian Phalanx would be able to walk backwards. Right? Dalcian Phalanx would be able. If Dalcian Phalanx was on square 9. And they followed the same rules as what they just did with Hot Wheels, Dalcian Phalanx should be able to attack 14 and 4, but he cannot.
Yeah.
So forward is player relative, which means Marco is facing towards Jérôme.
Yeah.
He must move in that direction. So Hot Wheels, we almost just got a chance to see that locust thing be crazy, and Marco stole it from us with his golden rule. It's the only way I can justify it. All right.
Okay, so
we're doing a bunch of encroaching, but it's not really amounting to anything, right? Because that stupid spider and ironclad is just too good. Meanwhile, Jérôme is probably just sitting there laughing, being like, "Yep, this is what I wanted."
This is what I wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is funny because this is what I was trying to do with my ironclad. Just the only difference is that deck was literally trying to kill itself to get to this point.
Yeah.
Whereas,
you were encouraging almost that door.
Oh my god. Okay, so Marco just decided to go for it.
He's like, you know what? It is what it is.
And did we get it? I guess we got it. Yeah.
It's like his gamble paid off.
Yeah. Welcome to the Zap Lightning Bolt Ring of Morgan part of Sorcery, but it's okay because if it would have gone the other way, the emotion would have been swayed, and like 100% would have been, So it is what it is. You play air for these reasons, and I mean, card games are RNG based anyway, so why not roll a dice every once in a while, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
I kind of, I get the imposter thing. I'm still gonna be on the camp of I'm kind of uncertain how I feel. Like paying the 3, it gets exiled if it gets damaged. Next turn, if you want to play something else, you have to pay another 3. It feels like it's kind of holding you back a little bit.
I fully swallowed the imposter pill. I'm 100% in, but I just switched my Elementalist deck into Imposter with Elementalist in the collection. So if things go wrong, I'll just switch back to Elementalist and I'll be okay. So that's my coping.
Okay, yeah,
but I still believe.
Guess, yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, I guess. But
so I mean, just to say here, fast with this game, Jérôme seemed to be like you said on the back foot the entire way, but he essentially shut the game down right in the end. And if it wasn't for lucky dice roll.
Well, if Jérôme had the amulet, he would have been like...
Oh, yeah, 100% would have not stolen. That's the absolute wrong word. I apologize. He would have just
stole the game.
Secured the game. That's the S word I was looking for.
Practically, yeah. Until Marco had some kind of removal for the amulet, and then eventually be able to get 3 damage in. And
but Marco only has 2 toolbox, I think, which means he would have to get 1 for the disenchant, and then the other. We have to find the other one, and then the other one we'll find.
Yeah. Not impossible, but definitely a daunting task to. If that was the scenario, but overall, I was pretty happy with this game.
Yeah. It's thoroughly enjoyable, and I think you get to see both avatars in action. Of course, Pathfinder missed out on a few extra turns with the masks it put on, but I don't know. I mean, you still get to see a bunch of them, and I would just say maybe put 1 or 2 more avatars in the collection. Otherwise, everything looks pretty sweet to me, and
I'm happy with that. So
we'll see you next time.
Yep.